Alrighty, folks, you know I'm feeling great on a Tuesday morning because we're now 3-0 in our last three daily best plays on my premium site. We had the over in the Clipper game yesterday, and we ended up seeing 249 total points. And the good news is I have another daily best play going off here today. And if you sign up for that membership, you're going to get one premium selection of mine every single day for the next 30 days. The math works out to be just 6 cents a day. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my NBA free pick video here today. For Tuesday, March 26th, 2024, it's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday. I know he's not watching, but, he's here in spirit. But anyway, happy Tuesday to you. My name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. And if you want to get access to every single premium selection I give out, if you want to unlock those plays, you may want to think about signing up for my full access, all-inclusive Chairman membership. Chairman members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast. That's what it's called. Absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. Now, guys, I'm 3-0. My last three daily best plays, 4-1 of my last 5 extra daily picks, 5-1 of my last 6 crowd pleaser teasers, 5-1 my last 6 NBA tier package picks. And finally, folks, we are 8-1 in our last 9 NHL tier package plays. And the good news is we have plays going off in all of those packages here today, and they're all included with your purchase of the Chairman membership. The site is patreon.com/Brock Page. And with that, folks, we are going to jump into some free content. We're going to start off with that Warriors Heat game. That'll be a 7:30 Eastern start time. Golden State's -1.5, totals 218 and a hook. Now, both teams do have some areas of concern that make this one kind of tricky to handicap. And I'll actually start with Golden State here. For one, the Warriors have played some pretty bad basketball over the past couple of weeks. They actually took the loss in 6 out of their last 9. Losses against the likes of Indiana, San Antonio, and Chicago. And when it comes to defensive play, well, the Warriors have been horrible slowing anybody down late in games. Golden State actually gives up more fourth quarter points than any other roster in the league. But, if you think the Heat will be able to capitalize on that, well, you may want to think again because Miami actually average fewer fourth quarter points than any other roster in the NBA except for one. So they might not be able to capitalize on the Warriors' bad defense late. And I'll tell you, that's really been Miami's biggest issue this season, offensive production, or lack thereof, however you want to look at it. Miami's averaging only 109 points a night for the entire season, and they're a bottom 3 field goal making team. And equally as bad, when the Heat miss a shot, they tend to not get it back. Not a lot of second chances. They're a bottom 5 offensive rebounding team in the NBA. But once again, I know I just trashed them, but don't count out Miami because they do tend to play a little defense. That's one of the things they actually do well. Miami is in the top 5 in the NBA in points allowed per game. Meanwhile, the Warriors have actually struggled at the foul line. Golden State's in the bottom 10 in free throws made per game. So once again, a lot of conflicting factors there. Picking a side, going to be tough in this one. Golden State's in the, like I said, they're struggling from the foul line. Now, total-wise, Golden State's all 4 out of their last 5 get over the total. We're looking at overs against the likes of Minnesota, Memphis, and New York. They're also 6-3 to the over in their last 9. Meanwhile, Miami, on the other side of things, they saw overs in 2 out of their last 3 themselves. And in their last 10 head-to-head gatherings with Golden State, the over cashed in 70% of those meetings. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. Now, injury-wise, Love, Martin, and Jaquez are questionable. Hero and Robinson are out. Meanwhile, for Golden State on the other side, Trace Jackson Davis is questionable with a knee. Give me the over, 218.5. Next game, Lakers-Bucks, 7:30 Eastern start time. Milwaukee's minus 9.5, totals 232. And when it comes to the total in this one, couple conflicting factors that make it tough to pick a side. The Bucks have seen a handful of unders against the Western Conference this season. They're actually 15-11 to the under in their out-of-conference ball games. But the Lakers, on the other side of things, they've actually gone 15-10 to the over in their contests against the Eastern Conference. Now, when it comes to selecting a winner in this one, well, I think the Lakers could get the job done here, even with a depleted lineup. They already got the W in their last 3 straight, and they have very little issue getting to the cup. LA's got the second highest offensive field goal percentage in the entire NBA. Anthony Davis, he's making 55% of his attempts from the field, second on the roster in scoring. Meanwhile, D'Angelo Russell knocks down nearly 43% of his attempts from three-land. Now, as a team, LA is doing a real nice job getting to the line. They're actually in the top 5 in the West in free throws made per game. And they're facing a Milwaukee club who doesn't play great on defense, especially late. They're allowing more fourth-quarter points than any other roster in the league. Meanwhile, when it comes to offensive production, there's a couple of holes in that aspect of Milwaukee's game that could potentially cost them the contest here tonight. For one, Giannis shoots just 29% from three-land. Obviously, we know that he's not a huge deep ball threat, so obviously he's got to drive because he's no threat shooting that long ball. And even if Giannis does get fouled, well, he doesn't often make you pay. Giannis shoots only 66% from the foul line. And their second leading scorer, Dame Lillard, well, he needs volume. He needs the ball in his hands. He needs to take a lot of shots because he's struggling to make 42% of his field goals. Now, injury-wise, Middleton and Beauchamp are questionable for the Bucks. LeBron is doubtful for Los Angeles. That said, though, I think the Lakers can keep it within double digits. I don't think they need LeBron in the lineup to keep it within 10. So give me the Lakers plus 9.5. All right, next contest, another good one. We got ourselves a really good slate of games here tonight, even though it's a shorter modified slate. But this should be a good one. Thunder, Pelicans, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off. OKC's -1, totals 222. And speaking of the total, both teams have seen their fair share of unders recently. For OKC, they saw the under cash in their last 3 straight. Unders against the likes of Milwaukee, Toronto, and Utah. And out of their last 10 ball games, the under cashed in 70% of those outings. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leads the roster in steals per game. Iron Man Chet Holmgren, he's got the most blocks. And even though most people think of offense when they think of OKC, well, don't forget, these guys are certainly tough to shoot against. They're in the top 3 in the NBA in defensive field goal percentage. And what's crazy is they might not be the best defensive team on the court here tonight. Defense has really been the strength of New Orleans this year. They're the best in the NBA right now at guarding the 3 ball. They have the lowest defensive three-point percentage in the entire association. The Pels also tend to bury early. They're in the top 3 in the West in fewest first-half points allowed. Herbert Jones leads the roster in steals. Jonas Valanciunas is the club leader in blocks and defensive boards. And out of the Pels' last 9 ball games, the under did cash in all of them except for 2. And out of their last 10 gatherings with OKC, the under cashed in 60% of those games as well. So once again, if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. Now, when it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game is being featured as my $1.99 daily best play on my premium site. But as far as making a free pick is concerned, give me the under 222. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. Should be another good one. Talking about the Mavs at the Kings, 10 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Sacramento's -1, totals 232. Now, the Kings have played some solid basketball over the past handful of weeks. They're 4-1 straight up in their last 5. And they do continue to win ball games in the Golden One Center. Sacramento currently has a 684 win percentage against in-conference opponents at home. And when it comes to point production in their own building, the Kings, they continue to pour it on. They're a top 5 point producing team at home in the West. De'Aaron Fox averages a team-high 26 points a game. Domantas Sabonis leads the NBA in boards. And that's certainly bad news for the Mavericks because they are one of the worst rebounding teams in the game, at least in the Western Conference. Dallas is actually in the bottom 10 in the entire NBA in both offensive and defensive boards. And when it comes to defensive play, well, the Mavs are just giving up way too many points late. They're a bottom 5 point allowing team in the fourth quarter in the West. Now, injury-wise, Josh Green's still out for the Mavs. Lyles and Hurt are still inactive for the Kings. When it comes to the total, the Kings have seen plenty of overs on their own court. They're 20-14 of the over in the Golden One Center. Meanwhile, Dallas saw overs recently against the likes of OKC, Detroit, and the Pacers. Give me Sacramento -1 over 232. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Give me the over 218.5 in the Warriors Heat game. Lakers +9.5 getting the job done against the number. I like the under 222 in the OKC New Orleans game. And give me the Kings -1 over 232. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium site. And just a final friendly reminder, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site at patreon.com/BrockPage.